Hey everyone, welcome back to my family's channel, the Happy Healthy Vegans. I'm Stephanie.
And I'm Mark. I'm actually excited for this video.
Are you?
Yes. This is the fruit roll-ups and the Rice Krispie Squares.
Yes. Vegan Rice Krispie Squares. So, for the fruit roll-ups, or fruit leathers, because I'm making them myself and not purchasing them, I use applesauce. I must say, this is processed. It's got, what is it?
It's got stuff that makes it last longer. It's got
preservatives in it. So if you don't want to use preservatives, you can also just make your own puree with frozen fruit.
We haven't found a recipe, or not a recipe. We haven't discovered anything that we're going to make it that it's not going to turn it brown. So I know you got to use lemon juice and stuff like that. But once I figure out how to do the puree,
then we'll
start
make it
doing
that
our
way.
own.
So I have tropical applesauce and a field berry applesauce that I use 6 of the little containers and spread that out on each of my tray, and then I put that in on my dehydrator at like 155 or 165 degrees for about 10 hours, I believe.
Yeah.
And now I have a fruit leather.
Nice strips. This is great for lunches.
My kids and husband, they love it. They take it every day. I can't even keep these in the freezer. That tore a little bit. I think it could have been drying a little bit longer on this one.
Yeah, and if you want to make it thicker, just keep adding more. Like, you dry it out for so many hours, and you can add more applesauce, and it'll add a nice thick
layer. So then I just peeled them off and cut them into strips. And for this video, I did it smaller strips, but my husband pointed out it's too much waste with the plastic bag. So I've eliminated the plastic bag, and I've cut a bigger strip of parchment paper and put 2 in one strip, and then kind of just rolled them together like a taco.
It looks like a Chinese Christmas cracker.
And then just twisted them ends like a candy twist at the end, and then throw them in the freezer. So
Tootsie Roll, yeah.
Yeah, Tootsie Roll. So at least that parchment paper can then go into the green bin, right? So now this is the Rice Krispie Squares that we're making, and this is the double boiler I'm starting. So this takes a little bit longer. It's basic, but it takes some time. So I have third cup of maple syrup that I pour in there, a 1/3 cup of almond butter, as well as a 1/2 cup of vegan margarine, plant-based margarine, or obviously it said vegan already.
You want to use.
Yes, and then I'm adding 8 dandy vegan marshmallows. These are optional. To me, a Rice Krispie Square is not a Rice Krispie Square without marshmallows. So.
Bougie.
Yeah, right. So, anyways, I start mixing it all together. It does take a while. The marshmallows do start to melt, so to speak. They don't completely melt, but they do break down into softer bits that you can mix into your Rice Krispies. You can also use different types of cereal, Cheerios, Corn Flakes.
Just watch out for the D3. Or if you're at, like, Goodness Me or some of these health stores like Healthy Planet, look at the ingredients on them. D3 is usually derived from sheep's wool.
Yeah.
So
you don't really want to.
You don't want to,
have that in your food. But so this does take a while. This is fast forwarded. It actually took me probably about 10 minutes to
break it down.
To really break it down.
Yep.
But now it's finally getting there. And
like I said, it's like aquafaba. You're trying to stir it up. It takes forever, but once it's done, then it's like, wow.
Yeah, it's good. It's worth it. It really is worth it. I make this, and I'm lucky if it lasts in the freezer for like 3 days.
The reason we put it in the freezer is so that way it just lasts longer and it stays firmer, because if you don't eat it fresh right when you make it, it tends to break apart, especially if you're taking it for lunch. It'll actually crumble. So now, the next time I make this or make it with Stephanie, we're going to try and add more agave or something in it to keep it together.
That's going to give it,
maple syrup.
Yeah. I had to add more butter there because I didn't add my whole 1/2 cup. I had to add a couple more tablespoons because the marshmallows got too dry. But here we are, just now adding my, it's 4.5 cups of Rice Krispies I have here that I've added. Well, can I say added again?
You've added, yeah, added. Because I started drinking game with you.
Now I'm pouring it into my baking pan and just going to even it out, squish it in.
But you don't bake it. You put this in the fridge now, right?
Yes, no, it's not. I've cooked it already. Right?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
No, it just goes in the fridge, and then once it firms up, I chop it up and put it in bags. But next time I make it, I'm actually gonna also roll it into parchment paper, so I don't have any more. Try and eliminate the waste of bags, right?
Plastic.
Yeah. So yeah, there you go. That's 2 snacks. This one's not school safe because of the almond butter, but it's great snack to have after school.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
The almonds.
But the fruit leathers are great to take to school or work. These are much better right out of the freezer because they do tend to fall apart, unfortunately. The Rice Krispie squares.
If you have any ideas or on how we can make it a little firmer to
So they
last,
don't break apart, that'd be
please comment below. Let us
great
know.
for us to know. Awesome. Thanks so much.
Thanks for watching. Have
Bye
a good
now.
night. Bye.